Hi people, in this, the third video in this series, we're going to focus on the back line of the body. In the first two videos, we looked at the deep core line and the diaphragm and how we breathe with the use of the diaphragm. Today, we're going to focus on releasing the back line of the body. Breathing will also come into this because we want to create space that we can move into. When we think about the back line of the body, we think about the spine and the vertebrae that run along the spine. We want to open up those spaces between the vertebrae so that we can move into that space that we create. The more we release those erector spinae muscles on either side of the spine, the more movement we can create in the spine, and again, we can get that interstitial fluid moving up and down the spine. Lubricating the joints, things like arthritis, you won't experience as much pain. So for this video, we're going to need either a reflex ball or a tennis ball will do just as well. It needs to be fairly soft so we can move up and down the spine with the ball. You're going to either need a sweat towel or a cushion will do, and a foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, you can double up the cushion, and we'll use that into the lower back for those abdominal exercises. Let's begin. So when we look at the spine, we often look at rounding postures, head forward posture, putting a lot of strain in those muscles at the top of the spine. Those muscles on either side of the spine, as we mentioned, the erector spinae muscles, but at the arms we've got the rhomboids, and the rhomboids function is to pull to retract the scapula. Often when we're in that rounded posture, those rhomboid muscles become quite lazy. So what we want to do is really learn to activate those rhomboid muscles so they can lift us into a nice open posture. To start off, we're going to bring the ball under the rhomboids. If you find your head is falling back and putting strain on the neck, use a sweat towel and give yourself a nice extension over the spine. Lower down onto the ball. The ball should fall around about this area on the spine. Let's lower down. So it's not right at the base of the shoulder blades. It's a little bit higher than the base of the shoulder blades. Let's begin with our breathing. You're arching, so we're breathing into the space you're creating and you're breathing out. So there's going to be a slight amount of movement up and down the spine as you breathe in and breathe out. If it's not too sore, I want you to add the arms as you breathe in and then you're breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathe out. Make sure your head is nice and lengthened and move with the movement. As the spine extends and opens up, then we round the spine. And breathe out. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock yourself into a seated position. And we're going to position the ball into the middle of the spine. So it's slightly higher than the hip bones. You'll find two dimples on either side of the hip bones. We're a little bit higher than that. Still working on the spine. Make sure you have the ball on the spine, and we're going to focus again on tucking and breathing. Breathe out, push down into the ball, breathe in and open up, breathe into the space you're creating. Again, you're shortening the distance between the hips and the rib cage. Breathe in and out. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in and open up. Breathe out and tuck. And breathe in and open up. Let the chin and the head go with the flow. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in and open up. From your tuck position, I want you to curl off the mat. Position the ball under the lower back in line with your hip bone. So we're working along the sacroiliac spine. Same movement again. Drop the tailbone onto the mat. Now push into the ball and breathe out. Breathe in. Push into the ball and breathe out. Last two. Push into the ball and breathe out. Last one. Open up into the pelvis and push into the ball and breathe out. Hold it in this tuck position. Now we're moving along that sacroiliac spine from hip to hip. You'll feel the little dimples on either side of the spine. Often we carry a lot of tension there. Again, come back to the center. Push the pelvis up. Take a nice deep breath into that pelvic thrust. Remove the ball. Roll down through each vertebra. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock yourself up into a seated position. We are now going to take the foam roller, or you can use your cushion. Bring it under the legs. Lower back onto the mat. Pushing your pelvis up, taking a nice deep breath in. Push through, breathe into the belly, and bring the lower back onto the roller. Now be careful the roller is not too low down. You want to be above the gluteus muscles and above the buttocks. Breathe in and push the lower back into your foam roller. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in, open up the space between the hips and the rib cage. Breathe out and push into the roller. Now as you breathe in, I want you to push into your feet. And as you breathe out, I want you to feel your feet getting lighter. Breathe in and arch. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in and arch. And breathe out and tuck. Now, if you are taking any strain in the lower back, I want you to continue with this movement. Otherwise, we progress to breathing in, breathe out, tuck, and lift one foot off the mat. Still breathing out, release the foot. Then you breathe in and arch. Breathe out and tuck. Let the other foot float off the mat. Release the foot. Breathe in and arch. Breathe out and tuck. Lift the foot. Release the foot. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lift the foot. Still breathing out. Release the foot. Now, if you feel you can take it further, I want you to lift both feet at the same time. Push the lower back into the roller. Let the feet float off. You're still breathing out. Release the feet. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out and tuck. Lift the feet. Release the feet. Breathe in. Breathe out and tuck. Lift the feet. Release the feet. Again. Again, we're progressing, lifting the feet and the knees, bring them over the roller, feet as close to the tailbone as you can. If anyone's taking strain in the lower back, keep the feet flat and the knees bent. Otherwise, we are going to focus on tucking. and breathing into your arch. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in and arch. Breathe out and tuck. Breathe in and arch. Now I don't want to see this happening as you tuck. The knees stay over the roller. You're pushing the knees up to the ceiling and breathing into your arch. Pushing the knees up to the ceiling and breathing into your arch. Push up and breathe in. Push up and breathe in. Again, 4 more. Breathe in and arch. And 3. Breathe in and arch. And 2. Breathe in and arch. And last one. Breathe in and arch. I want you to hold the tuck position, so halfway up, and release one foot, so you're supporting the lower back in the roller as you release the feet. Breathe in again. Push the pelvis up to the ceiling. Release the roller